Hey everybody, I just wanted to say that we are so proud of you, the members and attenders of New Heights Bentonville. We've seen God move in some really powerful ways over the past several weeks. We've taken, I think, advantage of a crisis and we've pressed into God and into each other in really meaningful ways. Our small groups are meeting, I think, more consistently right now than they were before. People are caring for each other. It has been incredible to see as pastors on staff here what God is doing. And so what we want to do is encourage you here today to go even deeper. I think this is a season where we don't need bigger, we don't need more content necessarily. We need deeper relationships. We need people to know us and we need to be known. And so what I want to do here today is introduce you to Jason Howard, our community pastor. You know him, but he's going to talk to us about these things that we're calling C.O.R.E Groups as an opportunity for you to develop in more intentional relationships with people in your life. And so Jason, tell us, what is a C.O.R.E Group and why should people do these?
Yeah. Well, thanks, Josh. We've been hearing, just again, like Josh was saying, incredible stories that are coming out of our small group ministries and those that are reaching out to other members in our church and closer in their neighborhoods and in the cities that we live in. But we also know this is a difficult time, and that people don't always get to have those deeper conversations with what's going on with them during their community groups. And we'd like to offer an opportunity for people to connect on a deeper level. And so that's why we came up with C.O.R.E Groups. It's not a new concept, but it's a really good, powerful concept. So a C.O.R.E Group is 2 to 3 people of the same gender that start a group meeting together. You meet once a week and you start to unpack certain components. And that's what C.O.R.E is actually an acronym for: confession, others, read, and encouragement. And so the idea behind confession is, guys, right now we just have so much on our shoulders with everything, all the change and all the stay-at-home stuff and the anxiety. And what gets us to get a lot of that burden off of our shoulders is confessing to one another. Just talking through the things we're struggling with and getting that out in the light and letting the Lord take that, letting Jesus take that, because that's what he wanted to do. So confess in that small group of 2 to 3 people. And then we also want to think about the others, those in our neighborhood, maybe some people in our families that maybe they're distant from the Lord right now, distant from Jesus. And so we want to pray for those people by name. And it's powerful when we get in groups and do that together. And then we also want to be just in Scripture together. There's just so many powerful, good things that come of that. And so during the week, when in between meetings, those 2 or 3 people, they're reading the same book of Bible together. So they're reading the same Scripture. And they're coming together and they're talking about, hey, what's God saying to me in this? What am I hearing? And then what am I going to do about it? How am I going to be obedient in this? And holding each other accountable in those things. And then lastly, we want to be encouraging each other, because what we don't do enough in times like this is focus on the areas that God is moving in our lives. He is powerfully moving. We've seen it. We've heard your stories. It's incredible. But it's really easy to get caught up in the discouragement and those more difficult things, those daily routines and the busyness. And so sometimes it's really good when somebody else can point out, hear your story and what's going on in your struggle, but also hear the good things that the Lord's doing in your life, and to encourage that and to lift that up and as a praise to the Lord and celebrate that together.
Yeah, this happened for us in a small group we were leading the other night, and the stories that were shared from Kiefer and Chrissy Holt really challenged and really encouraged us, and I need more of this in my life. And so here's what we want to challenge you to do: to go deeper, to go smaller, to have more in-depth relationships during this time. A great place to start is in your community group. If you have a couple of guys or a couple of gals in your small group, start thinking about meeting together in these C.O.R.E groups. We actually have a document that's attached to this message that will walk you through those 4 things: the confession, the others, the reading, and the encouragement, that will help you get started in this. Outside of your community groups, we also have kind of geographic centered groups. Do this with people you live in and around. And if you don't have either of those, contact us and we will help you get plugged in with people so that you are known and you are being known during this crazy season that we're in. And so we think this is a way that we can really press into the Lord and to each other as a church right now, and we want to encourage you to do it.